Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a key struggle that many college students, including myself, have been struggling with for many years. It is sleep. Are we getting enough sleep, and are we sleeping at the right time? Even as a 28-year-old PhD student, I still struggle many days trying to fall asleep at the right time. It is no surprise that millennials, including myself, like to sleep a lot later and wake up a lot later than their parents do. For me, I prefer to sleep around 11 p.m. till midnight and wake up around 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. That gives me a full night's rest and I feel super recharged to tackle on the next day's challenges. However, there are many days where I cannot fall asleep past midnight, and I know for a fact that if I sleep around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., then I definitely feel very tired in the morning. I feel very slow and I can't focus on my readings at all. Since I spend most of my time reading accounting papers, maintaining mental focus is actually really important for my productivity. I've tried reading accounting papers when I'm tired and it just does not work at all. Now, in my experience, I found a couple things that have made a big impact in my ability to fall asleep. One of the most popular recommendations is to put your phone and any devices away for an hour before you fall asleep. However, like many millennials who grew up with technology, I find it very hard to put away my phone or my iPad before I go to bed. It has become a daily ritual for me to finish off the day with some YouTube videos or to watch my favorite shows. So instead, I've actually relied on physical activity in order to tire me out to the point where even though I'm using my iPhone and my iPad before I go to sleep, my body is so tired that I still fall asleep anyways. Now, the concept is actually very simple. You gotta think of your body as an iPhone. You have a battery that lasts about a day. If you use your iPhone for heavy things like watching movies or playing games, then it's going to drain the battery a lot quicker and you'll need to recharge it a lot sooner. However, if you just use your iPhone for text messages and scrolling the web, then you still have a lot of battery left at the end of the day and you don't need to charge it as much. Now, when it comes to the human body, it's pretty much the same thing. I've realized that the more physical activity that I engage in throughout the day, the more tired that I feel at the end of the day. Now, depending on your lifestyle, getting enough physical activity day to day might actually be a challenge. I used to be an auditor, and I bet that most white-collar jobs out there require no to little physical activity at all in their day-to-day work. And as a PhD student, it's pretty much the same thing. I spend my whole day at my desk, and I barely get out of my chair. Therefore, it's up to me to find physical activities that I truly enjoy and engage in those activities on a day-to-day basis. And if I engage in those physical activities long enough, I would get pretty tired by the end of the day, and I will usually fall asleep around 11 p.m. to midnight. Now, right now, I have 3 main daily physical activities. Number 1, I walk Lola around the neighborhood every single morning. Our walks usually start around 7:30 a.m., and our walks usually last around an hour. Typically, I'll put on a podcast in the morning. Right now, I am listening to Metro Morning. It is a daily morning show here in Canada that talks about current events and world issues. Number 2, I have been going on bike rides every night for the past couple weeks. I actually recently discovered my old bike from high school. I repumped the tires full of air and I readjusted the seats and handlebars just so the bike fits my adult body. Typically, I would bike for about an hour in my neighborhood, and personally, I have been really loving biking. You kind of get this sense of freedom when you are racing around the streets, and the feeling of having the wind in your face and hair is just amazing. Another cool benefit of biking is that it allows me to explore different parts of my neighborhood. I've been living in Oakville for the past couple of years, but I never really got a chance to explore the neighboring suburbs around my house. And last but not least, sometimes I'll head down to my basement and do a good old classic workout. I have a set of dumbbells and a workout bench, so I can do a lot of traditional dumbbell exercises. For someone who sits at their desk pretty much the entire day, this is actually quite a lot of physical activity. As of right now, I'm getting 1 to 2 hours of physical activity every single day, and I have been absolutely enjoying it. I found it really important that you find physical activities that you intrinsically enjoy, so you can actually look forward to doing them. If you enjoy these physical activities, then you'll see them as a fun activity you get to do rather than a daily requirement. When the weather gets really nice outside, I try to do as many outdoor physical activities as I can. I love spending time with Lola, so going on morning walks with her has always been a joy, and it really makes me happy seeing Lola happy exploring the neighborhood. Finally, I love biking because it gives you that sense of adventure and freedom, and it's a nice way to explore the city. Now, with this daily routine, I get pretty tired by the time it's 11 p.m. to midnight. Even if I'm lying in bed watching a show, my body is still really depleted and I tend to doze off within 10 to 15 minutes. Recently, I've been getting into the new season of Castlevania on Netflix, and I've been progressing through the season pretty slowly because every time I try to watch an episode before I go to bed, I fall asleep too quickly. So overall, that's pretty much the trick. It's nothing fancy, it's pretty simple. All it takes is day-to-day persistence. All you need to do is think of yourself as a human battery, and all you need to do is to drain that battery before you go to bed. And that pretty much wraps up the video. If you guys enjoyed this video, then I would really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button, it really helps out a small YouTuber like myself, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.